All right, welcome to another Monday, Mark's Market Update. You get 2 marks for your money at the moment. I've got Mark Edlin with me today, who's the Director of Clarity Home Loans. I'm going to tell you why he's here, some very important issues or questions we want to ask about the finance sector. Just reviewing the week that's been with auctions, so 37 auctions over the course of the weekend, with a clearance rate just a touch lower than what we saw over the last couple of weeks. It hit 48%. However, in amongst some of those auctions, some extraordinary good results, Mark, some very high prices above reserves, so could be still good, looking good on the horizon out there. But the finance industry is having some exciting bits and pieces. What do we need to know at the moment from your side?
I suppose the most important thing to know is that loans are still getting approved, but the bar has been raised from a banking perspective when it comes to the amount of documentation and the scrutiny that the banks are applying to that assessment of your application.
Yeah, so that's what we're finding. Buyers are taking a lot longer through that pre-approval process. It shows probably the importance of getting a pre-approval sorted before you go and buy, I'd be suggesting, because if you just go and buy something, banks are maybe going to jump through a lot more hoops. What sort of things are the banks doing at the moment that they perhaps weren't doing 6 months ago?
Yeah, I suppose 12 months ago, they weren't applying the same level of investigation to looking at your living expenses. So today, going through line by line on your current bank statements is what the banks are doing more than they've ever done before.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is really interesting. They're literally looking at what your expenditure is in all sorts of different areas. They might query why you're spending money. What, I don't know, what examples are they querying?
They're asking all sorts of crazy questions.
Gambling addictions are going to come up, I suppose.
They see the TAB online, right. they see all of that.
Careful about your gambling if you want to get a loan approved.
Don't gamble, don't go to Uber Eats for some reason, they have a slide against it. Okay. We had one example where they're even asking how many dogs the borrower has before they approve the loan just to determine the living expenses.
Okay, so I think the big learning out of this is you just can't go direct to the bank and expect that you're going to get it all sorted. People like clarity, know which banks are going to be asking which sort of questions, perhaps which are going to push that through a little bit faster. So you need to have a chat to these guys before you even start down the house investigation process. That's my tip for you folks. Mark, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay, have a great day.